welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you are still here, you're still watching, and I hope you won't regret this episode on my channel. That being said, make sure you have subscribed. In advance, put the like on me because I've been putting a lot of effort in these videos, and write down a comment, you know, where is this going, you know, the shout out thing, yeah. So I was thinking, I've been neglecting one of the things that I've been doing before on my channel, which is basically covering different Norway related topics and a little bit comparing them to my own country's experience. So I wanted to come back to that because those videos were quite popular on my channel and they still are. So, but I wanted to add a little bit like something new and decided to cover like the current issues, current topics that are covered on the news on the internet. So the thing that I wanted to do today and try out is just to open the almighty internet and check what are the most appealing, most interesting articles about Norway that have been published recently, and we're gonna discuss them, maybe give some reactions, you know, so hold on, I think it's gonna be interesting. We should start. So I'm now opening the news and I'm gonna read the first thing that just kind of pays my attention. It's all like Norway related news I'm repeating. So number one, Norway's army tells ongoing recruits to give back their underwear. What? Oh my god, no, we have to read this. So Norway's military recruits are asked to return their underwear after completing their military service. Now, we need to know why. So, apparently, the army is facing some supply issues in relation to pandemic caused by COVID-19. And yeah, I'm just gonna read. So, coronavirus pandemic has forced numerous people to take drastic measures in the last 2 years. So now the people who have finished their military duty must give back their underpants, bras, and even socks. Oh my god, no, please do not get offended that I'm giving this kind of reaction. I'm smiling and it, let's be honest, it sounds a little bit weird and funny, but the truth is it's actually quite sad that the situation is as difficult that they have to give back their underwear. And the thing that I'm laughing, it's most probably because I'm quite triggered by this news. Let's read further. So this returned underwear will be given to next recruits entering the military accordingly. So what are the official announcements? I mean, they're most probably not gonna just tell like we are forcing people to give back the underwear. Press spokesman said that with proper checks and cleaning, the reuse of garments is considered an adequate and sound practice. Well, my friends, I don't know. I really would like to hear your opinions down in the comments because I don't know if I would feel comfortable knowing that I'm actually wearing some underwear that has been previously used by some other person, even though it has been properly cleaned. Okay, like for girls, maybe well-washed bra is fine, but undies, I don't know, like seriously. Young people every year are enrolling the Norwegian army. They have this mandatory military service, which in comparison to Latvia is completely different because in Latvia we do not have compulsory military service. Of course, this is a huge space for discussion because there are advantages and disadvantages of mandatory military service. There was a huge discussion and still now and then it pops up regarding mandatory military service in Latvia. I don't know, I don't know. Of course, it's better that you can choose to join it because then you're more dedicated. There are people who will definitely not be into this military thing and I don't think it's correct. But from the other side, it kind of builds you as a person, especially, I don't know. No, I don't want to get into mess with this, but let me know in comments what do you think about this. But yeah, the main thing that I wanted to discuss and that popped into my eyes was that underwear thing. That's so weird. let's be honest, weird. Okay, now let's move to another thing that's gonna pop into my eyes. So, wow, yeah. That's gonna be a little bit about history now. So, some interesting archaeological things have happened in Norway. So, 2 medieval artifacts have been found in Norway. And yeah, let's look into it. So, archaeologists excavating the medieval park in Oslo have found 2 objects that are pieces of bone and wood, and they are inscribed with runes. Woof! I already like this one. So the first find piece is a bone having 13 runes on one side and a single rune on the other side. That's an official announcement from a professor, Kristel Zilmer, who is a researcher at the University of Oslo. So this is official. So tell me about it, professor. Let's read further. As far as I understand from what this professor is saying, they are still figuring out these runes and what are their meanings, because I guess they can be interpreted in several ways. As I mentioned at the beginning, there are 2 pieces. One is from bone and the second one is from wood. And this wood archaeological piece is like flat wood piece with writing on its sides. So the scientists think that on one side of this wooden piece there is something written in Latin, but on the other side there is something in Old Norse. This is so interesting. I mean, oh.
This discovery is also very important because the artifact that is made from the bone is the first bone with runes found in Oslo in more than 40 years. In Oslo, most of the known runic artifacts were found during the 70s and 80s. Findings like this allow historians to learn more about medieval inhabitants of Oslo.
They have to run some tests so that they can make it official and get all the answers they can about these artifacts. It's so exciting. I mean, I think archaeologists have the most exciting work. They just go somewhere, they discover something. We get to learn something more about people who were living before us, like thousands and millions years before us. And there are also treasures. Oh, it's so exciting. So let's move forward. I'm gonna read the third piece of news. Oh, yeah. I think that would be fine. Let's talk about money. Money is always very topical, you know. There is this article that says Norwegians spent almost 130 billion kroner on Christmas shopping last year. Wow. Wow, Norwegians, you like to spend a lot of money during Christmas. I mean, I usually get very crazy about Christmas, you know, all the Christmas blogs and everything, but I do spend a lot of money. I always feel guilty afterwards. Not the fact that I'm giving presents to people, that doesn't make me guilty. I'm guilty about spending too much money. I usually spend more than I was intending, but wow, Norwegians, you know how to do it. Yeah. So, yeah, and actually I noticed you shopping a lot during this Christmas shopping craze period, before Christmas and a little bit after Christmas, before New Year's. So I think it makes sense. So let's read. So figures from Virke show that Christmas shopping for 2021 increased by just over 2%. So it was already huge last year, guys. Crazy. And the trend for online shopping also is increasing. Well, I think that's because of Corona, you know, everyone's sitting at home and just buying things online. So let's read. The Corona pandemic continues to affect our economy and shopping patterns in several ways. We buy more goods when we spend a lot of time at home. Many still have good personal finances and savings, and the trend of increased online shopping continues. That's official announcement from the head of industry policy of Virke. Now let's compare to my country. I totally remember that after Christmas I was reading on the news portals of my country that Latvians actually tend to spend less for Christmas due to COVID-19 pandemic situation. And I believe that this difference between Norwegians who are ready to spend more and Latvians who do not do that during Christmas time is that Latvians are a lot poorer than Norwegians. Like average Latvian, I think so, is not so wealthy and most probably doesn't have any savings, or if they have, they're not so big as like in comparison to Norwegian people and their savings.
I actually found the results of one survey that was published about how much Latvians plan to spend for Christmas gifts, and the results were that around 11% of respondents said that they plan to spend 30 euros, 14% said that up from 60 to 100 euros, and 33% plan to spend over 100 euros, and 6% even said that they plan not to spend at all. And the last 16% being undecided about how much they're gonna spend.
In Latvia, most probably for the average Latvian person, Christmas time was more like about surviving and putting some food on the table rather than going out and spending and buying. That's just how it is in Latvia, and it's sad. So, and I'm happy that Norwegians have better conditions for living and that they have opportunities to spend more. Yeah, the fact that we read today and that we were reacting is that Norwegians like to spend money. I mean, who doesn't like it? Me too. So tell me, did you spend a lot of money? What are your official like news about your country? I would be very interested to know, so write down in comments. And at the end of the video, as promised, there is this special edition which is called Shoutouts to my friends. I think I should make like some intro for this part. How do you think? If you are a new one and you don't know what this part of the video is, it's basically appreciating all the people who are leaving comments down there in my comment section.
Thank you very much, sir. I don't think you'll regret it.
And at the end of every video, of the next video, I'm actually shouting out to them, saying thank you and saying hi. So the first shout out goes out to a person called Emil. Thank you very much for your suggestions about what to do in the dark months of the year in Bergen. I truly appreciate them and I will keep them in mind. And I hope you have a lovely day. The next shout out is going to a person whose nickname is Spencer0 and who was quite excited to know that I'm actually a translator. Yeah, that's a really exciting profession. I could tell you more about it if you're interested, so if any of you guys watching this video are interested, just write in comments and I'm gonna tell you whatever. There are interesting stories about that too. So back to Spencer0. I hope you have a lovely day. Please keep updated with my channel and subscribe to it. And I don't know, maybe you have, sorry. So yeah, wishing you lots of positive things happening today and the days after today. And the last one, again, to my lovely Newport Beach life. I already did shout outs in my previous video. I do appreciate you. You rock. You are amazing and I love your energy too. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this kind of format of a video and I'm gonna come back with some more news and we're gonna react and discuss them in some future videos. So put those thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, write down the comments. Maybe you will get in the shout out section next time and see you next time.